So yesterday I was invited to Square Enix headquarters. We were brought there and asked to try out and check out Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade on the Xbox Series X. We also got to try it on the Switch too, which we'll have later on in this video. Now, on top of that, we were greeted to something that I didn't expect, but we actually got to meet Naoki Hamaguchi himself. And I must say that he is an absolute awesome dude. Not only that, he was happy to listen in and talk to us and, speak to the fans. It was a meet and greet essentially. We got some cool stuff signed. I got my Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth PS5 games signed by him, and also a cool key art. Really, really nice day out. But in this video, we're going to talk about 7 Remake on the Xbox Series X and the Switch too. Now, we didn't get to try the Series S version, so I won't be able to go into much into that. It is what it is, but let's have the drop and get into it. So, the Xbox Series X version of Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, which I'm just going to call Final Fantasy VII Remake from this point forward, or just Final Fantasy VII, was absolutely phenomenal. It ran beautifully. It full 60, as you can see in the videos. Again, I do apologize for the shaky camera. We are going to get a tripod. I did have one, I just couldn't find it for today's outing. After the move, I'm guessing it just got lost in translation, or maybe it got thrown out. I wasn't aware of it, so apologies for the quality of the footage. However, the game ran phenomenally well. It was pretty much perfect. It never really dropped below 60. In fact, I don't think it actually did drop below 60. It was silky smooth. It's almost like the Series X just took the game, chewed it up, and said, right, I'm going to run you the best possible way I can. And Square Enix has ported this to perfection. We played through the original section, the original first chapter with the actual reactor section, and then up to the first boss fight, and all of it ran remarkably well. I had no complaints. Now, we were there testing this out and showing it off, and the footage you can see on screen is testament to that. It was really, really, really good. Like, in terms of just fluidity, the audio had no issues whatsoever. Now, I have cut the audio out for this video because there was a lot of people talking in the background and a lot of things were being said. So, for that reason, I don't want to disrespect their privacy, so I have kept it out. But in terms of just sound quality and experience, it was great. Absolutely great. And I cannot wait for this game to land in January for all of those that are looking forward to Final Fantasy VII on the Xbox. The Series S version still is something that I haven't tried, so I cannot comment on that. But for the Series X version, it ran well. However, the one thing I can say is that after having played the Switch 2 version, I have no doubt in my mind that the Series S version will run just as well. In fact, I'm pretty confident in that. Now, there was no hiccups, there was no graphical glitches, there was no performance issues. It just ran as you would expect it, locked at 60 FPS. At no point did I see any stutters or anything. At one point, I gave it to my son to try out so I could focus more on the video to see if there was actually any, glitches or hiccups happening, and there was none. It was absolutely flawless. And what can I say? A great day turned out with Hamaguchi-san also being there to meet and greet, but it was phenomenal. I mean, Xbox fans have been waiting for this version of the game for so long, and as a huge Final Fantasy fan myself, I cannot be happier that people are going to get to try this game finally on their preferred platform. It should never have been locked away, but Square Enix has delivered yet again. Now, this game is going to be play anywhere and is going to be available in January. So make sure to pick it up. Like I said, it's flawless. It runs great and performs excellently. Now, we did also try the Switch 2 version. Now, that capturing the footage for that one was a little bit more difficult, unlike the monitor, because of the glare that it was happening. So if you are going to see any of that glare, I do apologize. We didn't have a direct feed for the Switch 2 version, and it was in handheld mode as well. So all the footage you're seeing now where the game is running perfectly, perfectly. This is post reactor after the Scorpion boss decides to wreck everything and you're trying to escape the city or get out of the city. That's the section that I'm playing here. It's excellent. I couldn't believe just how good the Switch 2 version actually ran. It just ran remarkably. That's, it was crazy for me to see just this game on a handheld. Now, a lot of people are saying the Switch 2 is really underwhelming and underpowered, but we are seeing time and time again already where this little beast is actually performing. Now, before anyone tries to discredit the game being an old game, I don't really care. The fact is, you're able to play Final Fantasy VII Remake on the go on your Switch for the first time. And if you've been looking forward to this game, you absolutely should pick it up. The port is flawless. The audio was on point. The controls had almost, I didn't notice any latency whatsoever. And it just felt just really great. I also at one point just detached the controllers from the Switch itself, placed it there so I could just play it more comfortably. Or if you've got a Pro controller, it'll be even better, I presume. It just worked and it was great. And this is in handheld mode, right? Imagine this in docked mode where it's going to be even better performance because it has extra power going through it, right? It has a higher TDP. So, yeah, all in all, I think both versions of this game, the ports are great. The content is there. January 22nd, I believe this game is launching. It's arriving on Xbox Series S and X and the Nintendo Switch 2. Massive thank you to Square Enix again for inviting us, not only to try out the Xbox and Switch version of Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, but also, as you know, a big massive thank you to the organizers for allowing us to meet Naoki Hamaguchi and get some cool stuff signed as well. That was absolutely massive. But folks, that's the video. It looks great. Xbox version is phenomenal. If you were on any doubts of your mind on how this is going to perform and how this is going to play, have zero doubt in your mind. It just played flawlessly. And considering the Switch 2 is running this game absolutely phenomenally, full speed, I have no doubt in my mind the Series S version is going to do that as well. If you have any questions, do leave them in the comment section below and I will get to them and answer them to the best of my ability. But the first chapter of the game that we tested over at Square Enix headquarters yesterday was excellent and it ran flawlessly, and I don't expect that to change throughout the rest of the game. Roll on Rebirth for when it lands on Xbox and the Switch 2. Hopefully I'll get another invite to Square Enix and we can go test that out as well in due time. But that's it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and if you've made it this far, put a hashtag FF7R, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that bell to stay up to date with all content I release, and if you are on mobile, don't forget to leave a hype. Until the next one, peace out and remain legend.